Hi students, I am Dr. Badrinath. Concept of prevention of disease, concept of control of disease. That is today's topic. We know very well prevention is better than cure. Even a small amount of prevention, it is better than the big amount of cure. See here, compared here only one stone is there. Prevention. Okay, here how many stones are there? Three stones are there. Big stone is also there. But what is the weightage? Prevention. Always prevention is better than a cure. That point you have to keep in your mind. Okay. Yeah. Here you can see an ounce of prevention. Ounce means a 30 ml. 30 ml of prevention is a worth of 500 grams of the cure. This is not by me. It is told by the Benjamin Franklin. Ounce means 30 ml. Pound means 500 grams. It is a 450 grams or around 500 grams you can take. And a pound, see 30 ml is better. It is better. It is a worthful than the 500 grams. See here, that is a very, very powerful. That's why prevention is always better than cure. Vaccines we are using for the prevention of the disease. Injections we are using for the curing of the disease. Prevention is better than cure. Now, vaccines are better than the injection. You take corona vaccine instead of a favipiravir injection. Favipiravir injection, number of injections you have to take it morning one, evening one, morning one if corona is attacked. Instead of that, you better to take one single vaccine. That's it. That is more than enough. That's why they told. See, this is the lifestyle of the prevention of all the diseases. See, this is how the jogging is there, for fresh air is there, yoga they are doing, cycling they are doing. See here, walking is there. All these things are the preventive lifestyle of the diseases. That is actually very, very important. Those having a preventive lifestyle, corona didn't did anything, not did anything because they have very good immune system. Those suffering with the these type of lifestyle, they suffered with the corona. That's it. That's why. Okay. See, health is wealth. That in this age of your 20 or 25, you will not accept. But at this, at the my age, of around 40 plus, you have to accept health is wealth. But at this age, at your age, you will not accept this. But when you come to the 40 years, you will recall this video and you will say, Badrinath sir said, okay, health is wealth. That is very, very important. When you come to the 40 plus, there you came to know what is the value of the health. So we are studying the social and preventive pharmacy. This is a final year subject. This biostatistics research methodology, it is already there in my channel playlist, which is there for Pharma D, M Pharmacy for same only, same syllabus only they have mentioned. So you can open this in channel playlist and you can watch biostats and research methodology. Complete videos are already uploaded. So we are studying right now social and preventive pharmacy, and today's topic is the understanding the concept of prevention and control of disease. Your subject name itself is a preventive. Prevention, prevention, prevention. Very, very important. See, doctor will cure the disease. Pharmacist will give the medicine. If suppose, pharmacist will communicate with the patients and he will suggest that this type of lifestyle and vitamin tablets daily taking. If he prevent the disease, pharmacist is better than a doctor because pharmacist here preventing the disease, doctor is curing the disease. Who is better? Prevention is always better than cure. That we know very well. So what are the topics we have covered here? Two headings, mainly two headings: concept of prevention of disease, prevention; concept of control of disease, control; prevention, control. Okay, apart from that you have to learn the National Center for Disease Control. National Center for Disease Control, very important topic. You have to write in the examination this topic also whenever they ask this. Yeah, now we will see how to prevent the disease. Mainly, prevention means avoiding. Avoiding. See, definition, it is nothing but an act or it is nothing but a practice of stopping the disease from the happening. Stopping the disease from the happening, from the occurrence. Initiation of the disease will not be there. We are avoiding complete disease. That is better. When you are using a healthy lifestyle, you will not get BP. When you will not get BP, You can avoid all the BP tablets like atenolol. If suppose a person got a BP, daily he has to take a atenolol, propranolol, one tablet, daily one tablet. Nearly 10,000 tablets he has to took for a life. How much time it requires? See here, 10,000 tablet manufacturing. If you want to manufacture atenolol tablet, how much? What is the industrial pollution? 10,000 tablets. Okay, what is the transport cost of 10,000 tablets? Dial, and what is the burden of 10,000 tablets on your liver? Because your liver has to metabolize that drug. What is the burden on your kidney? Because kidney has to exit the atenolol, whatever you are taking, daily you are taking. What are the side effects of 10,000 tablets? See, that's why just a small lifestyle, if you are changing, it it prevents the disease. So totally four levels are there. Level one is called as a pre-mordial. Level one, pre-mordial prevention. Primary prevention, secondary prevention, tertiary prevention. Total four are there. First one is primordial prevention. In primordial prevention, we are avoiding the risk factors. Starting, it is a first stage. It is always better. We are avoiding the risk factors. See here, this is the risk factor. We are avoiding here. Burger, pizza, all these are the risk factors. Okay, one or two very rarely means it is okay. If you are taking it regularly, all these carbohydrates and fat, it causes to coronary artery diseases. It leads to obesity, all junk foods. So here what we are doing, this is a risk factor. This risk factors itself we are avoiding. That is a primordial prevention. And we are habituating to walking. See here, son is walking along in the feet of the father. Lifestyle. Changing the lifestyle, avoiding the food habits, unhealthy lifestyles we are removing. So we are avoiding the risk factor. That is a very, very important key point here. Avoiding the emergence or risk factors of the country's population. Okay. Adult health problems like obesity, hypertension, all are avoidable. Okay. Avoid eating of the fat food to avoid the cardiac failure. Okay. In this prevention, efforts are directed towards the discouraging the children from adopting the harmful lifestyle. See, most of the children they are leading harmful lifestyle that we know very well, you know very well, and I know very well. All these, and you have to discourage them. Don't go such a type of harmful lifestyle. It leads to like that initiation. You are making an initiation itself, but they will not listen. You have to make them to listen. That's your duty. Okay. Then what happened? We are avoiding the risk factors itself. So how the disease will come? Will not come. And the primary prevention. Here there is a two types is there. One is population mass strategy. See here this image. Population mass strategy. Here high risk strategy. These are the two. These are the nothing but actions taken prior to the onset of the disease. Disease is not came, disease is going to come. So we are avoiding here. Primordial is not like that. Risk factors itself we avoided, so that it need not be bother about the diseases. In your dictionary, no, if you are following the primordial prevention, in your dictionary, there is no word of disease in your dictionary. If you are following that lifestyle. Action we are taking before the onset of the disease. There is a two things are there. See here, population mass strategy, high risk strategy. I will tell you, let me explain what is this. Population mass strategy. Population mass, very much. You are awareing the country's responsibility, how to control the disease in a country, how to avoid the disease in a country, how to prevent the disease in a country. Mass strategy. This is a, you have to make a public announcement. See here, it is directed at the whole population, irrespective of an individual risk level. Either he is a healthy lifestyle, unhealthy lifestyle, you have to gather them and you have to announce them. You have to, that is your duty, either a advertisement in the form of a TV, okay, or in the form of a radio, whatever it may be. Examples. Studies shows that even a small reduction in the BP or serum cholesterol of a population, entire population, would produces a large reduction in the incidence of cardiovascular disease. That we know very well. As a pharmacist, we know BP. The main intervention here is through individual and mass education. That's why here mass education. You gather them all. High risk strategy. Here you are taking some risk, but you have to follow the strategy. What is this? Example is a vaccination. Vaccination. See here, they are coming. Vaccination people. They are coming to entire India, globe, entire globe. See how they are following. This is a high risk strategy. Risk is there because you have to give a vaccination to everybody. It is a risk only, but however you have to take it. Examples you can see environmental modification. Environment you have to make it cool. If you are encouraging the environment, that is in a better way, that is good. If your pollution is there, viruses will come. Okay, environmental modification you have to do it. Vaccination you have to do it. All these are the example comes under primary prevention. Immunization, BCG vaccine, okay, corona, supply of vitamin kits to the entire population, supply of a very healthy food to entire population, okay, giving of a good ration. All these things it is a comes under the high risk strategy. Here, this requires the detection of individuals at a high risk by the optimum use of the clinical methods. You have to detect them, give it vaccine, okay, or announce them, vaccine it. And secondary prevention. This is one of the biggest problem in India, not only in India, worldwide. Breast cancer. Top one, it is there in the top one list, always in the cancer. Breast cancer is not easy thing. How to prevent? This is actually preventable. This is comes under secondary thing. It is an action which halts the progress. See, this point is very, very important. Halt. It is a pause, just like a pause for the progress of the disease. A disease is occurred here, not occurred means just initiated, but progress is going on in the body. You have to halt it. You have to postpone it. Postpone the disease. Okay. Action halts the progress of a disease at its incipient stage, that is initial stage itself, and prevents the complications you can avoid. Okay, it is an imperfect tool, but you have to do actually perfect tool is primary prevention, and before that primordial prevention. Example is a breast self examination by the ladies. But all Indian government is announcing like anything, but nobody is following. I don't know how many are following. Self examination avoids the breast cancer. Okay. Tertiary prevention. Here, what happened? Disease is there in the advanced stage, last stage. That is a third. We know no cancer stage one, stage two, stage three, stage four cancer. Here, it is almost there in the third stage, but you are bringing back. You are bringing back. See, second one is a halt to the disease. First one is risk factors itself avoided. Okay, like that. Step by step, it is coming increasing. That point you have to observe. And the secondary halt to the disease. Now we are bringing back to the. See, when the disease is progress, process has advanced beyond its early stages, it is still possible to accomplish the prevention. Still, it is possible, even though it is in the advanced stages than the earlier stage. Okay, then this is called a tertiary prevention. All measures are available to reduce the or limit the impairments and disabilities. For example, minimize the suffering caused by the existing departures and promote the patient's adjustment to the irremediable conditions. Example is rehabilitation center. That is a key point what you have to keep in your mind. Drug is addicted. He is addicted. He was in the almost third to fourth stage of the addiction. Rehabilitation center, again you can bring back. Best drug rehabilitation, Punarjanma Rehabilitation Center is available in the Hyderabad. Number of rehabilitation centers are there. Still it is possible. Prevention is still possible. That is the concept of tertiary prevention. Now you come to the control, disease control. That is second concept. Concept of disease control. This we have to compare the three terms. All these three terms are commonly called as disease control only. First one is disease control, disease eradication, 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 disease elimination, elimination. What is the difference? Eradication and elimination, that we will see. All these three are collectively called as a disease control only commonly. Okay, that point you have to keep in your mind. Three topics, subtopics you have to read. Disease control, controlling. Disease is there. We are not removing it. Controlling. Name itself indicate control. Decreasing in the incidences and prevalence. This incidence and prevalence, I already made video. It is available in the biostatistics playlist that you can watch. Is what is the incidence, what is the prevalence of the disease. Okay, we are decreasing the incidence, means initiation. We are decreasing the prevalence of the disease of the infection here. Disease eradication. Eradication means zero. Completely we are eradicating. Making the incidence and prevalence. Here, reducing the incidence and prevalence. Here, making the incidence and prevalence to zero. Zero. We are making it a zero, very big zero. There we are controlling. Here we are eradicating, making the incidence zero, prevalence zero. Disease elimination, cease, termination of the transmission. Disease, if it is transmission from one to one, you have to cease the transmission of the disease. Then it comes under the disease elimination. You are inactivating the disease. It is called a elimination. Yeah, now we'll see what is the disease control. Decreasing the incidence, control. We are controlling. No, all you have to decrease here. We cannot eradicate in this. Decrease the incidence, that is nothing but occurrence of a disease, initiation of the disease. Decreasing the prevalence, spreading or transmission, you are decrease it. Decrease. Not, we are not completely stopping. Decreasing. Decrease the duration of the disease. Duration, if the disease duration is 1 month, you make it to 2 days or 1 day, like that. Duration of a disease, duration of infection reduces. Decrease in morbidity, intensity, that is a frequency, powerfulness of a disease, you decrease it. Decrease the mortality, that is a death rate due to the disease, you reduce it. Decrease of a disease or infection to a locally acceptable level. Okay, out of 1 crore people, only 4 or 5 members died. Locally accepted. Okay, no problem. Like that. Locally acceptable level, you have to bring all these things. Okay, it is a quite common. Okay, 4 or 5, like that. Routine intervention, that is measurements are required here in this one. Triple D is the formula. D. Diagnose, detect, who are all suffering with, like a corona. Diagnose first, who are all having a Sanjeevani van, it comes and it do the test. It do the diagnostic test. Sanjeevani van in the Andhra Pradesh and in Telangana, it comes and detect it. Either they have a corona positive or what, and decrease the disease. Isolate them and compare. So diagnose, detect, decrease the disease. That is a triple D formula. Disease eradication. Completely you are eradicating, removing from its roots. That's why see how the plant is completely eradicated along with the roots. Like the disease here we are, see, eradication is equal to tear out the disease by its roots in the society. Tear out the disease by its roots, making the zero, incidence zero, prevalence zero, spreading zero, everything is zero, zero, zero. See, polio is eradicated completely from India. This example you have to write. India becomes a polio free, eradicated, not controlling, eradicated, completely eradicated. It makes it zero. See here, zero globally. India becomes a polio free. India cases in India is a zero. Polio cases in India is a zero. Eradication. Next, disease elimination. This is a triple R, like a triple D there is there, no, like a triple R movie. What we have to do, elimination means re-emergence. Re-emergence, again coming, corona is again coming, second wave. Re-emergence you have to prevent. Re-spreading, again it spreads, you control it. Re-establishment, corona will come and establish. These are the triple R formula. Re-emergence, re-spreading, re-establishment. These you have to completely stop. Okay, and here also continued intervention measures are completely needed. These 3 points, triple R, you have to write it. Okay, actually, this disease elimination, it is a center point between the disease control and disease eradication. Disease control, disease eradication. Elimination is between them. It is on the way of the control to eradication. Control, eliminate, eradicate. That is the 3 steps you have to remember. Okay, if you want, you can write in the exam also, no problem. Okay, same point. You are bringing the infectious agents to the ineffective stage. All the organisms which are causing, you make them ineffective. Okay, either by environment modification, if it's possible, there make them ineffective stage. So disease will not in that strong situation. Yeah, this is the third concept. National Center for Disease Control. This is the official logo of that. It is established in the New Delhi. Their main job itself controlling the disease, controlling the disease, controlling the disease. They do not have any other name. It is a government organization. It plays a key role in the disease control, like functions. What are its duties? Assist the various states, state governments suffering with the diseases. Investigation of the samples from various states. Samples it has to investigate. So the from the state governments will collect the sample, they will send. Okay, that their duty to monitor it. Monitoring a disease very carefully. Observation or surveillance. This is very important again. Monitoring, keep on monitoring. This is the duty of that. Keep on monitoring, surveillance. I will tell you what is this, and building up the capacity of the labs, testing kits, manpower, etc. They have to build up in the country, in the nation, in every state. They have to come and they have to build up the labs. They have to increase the testing kits, everything capacity. They have to import from foreign countries if is there any lag, like that. See how many in Corona, what happened? They made number of the mask, number of Corona dresses in the India itself, Corona suits. Okay, you have to bring such a capacity. That is the main duty of the National Center for Disease Control. This is the difference between the monitoring and control. See here, monitoring. This is a monitoring. This is a surveillance. That is a difference. Monitoring, surveillance. Here you will see monitoring the disease very carefully. Monitoring of air pollution. You have to keep on monitor. If air pollution is bad, you have to immediately send tell to the inform to the government, because this may leads to asthma. You have to reduce it, like that. Monitoring of air pollution, monitoring of water quality. Water is not good. Cholera is going to come. Okay, like that. And the growth of monitoring of child. All the in India, most of the children are growing without nutrition, proper nutrition. You have to monitor. Like all these examples, you have to write in the examination. 3 examples there for monitoring, and also observation or surveillance, like a surveillance camera. 3 things are 3 examples I give. Epidemiological surveillance. What is the epidemiology of a disease? Demography, population. Population is going good. Demography is nothing but population. Epidemiology is nothing but disease. How many people are suffering with the disease? That is called epidemiology. Demography, you have to survive every day. How many members are population is increasing? How many diseased persons are there? See the ratio. Either it is increasing or decreasing. And nutritional surveillance. Either nutritional tablets are manufacturing in India properly or not. Yeah, we come to the last. National control programs examples which are conducted by the in India. All these points you have to write in the examination. National program for family and planning primary health care. How this is how the total Indian government, how controlling the diseases, how preventing the diseases. Family planning they implemented because demography is increasing. Demography, population is increasing. That's why they have to bring the formula. National program for family planning and primary health care. This is a family planning. National vector-borne disease. See here, these are the vectors. Some vectors like insects. Vector-borne. This is official logo of National Vector-borne Disease Control Program. Number of programs it has to be conducted by the government. National Nutritional Program, giving of nutrition to every person, especially to the child, to the schools. And expanded program for immunization. Immunization. National Malaria Control Program, it is already there. National Control Program. See here, this is a fight against malaria. like that. And the National Diarrheal Control Program, diarrhea, National Tuberculosis Control Program, all these are the for each and every disease government is coming up, okay, and it is making its own the thing, okay. Here we have completed the concept.